a while now, I've considered redoing some of my older episodes. Not because my opinions have really changed or I even think I edited it or worded it too badly, it's mainly because I don't like my performance in them. You go and watch one of my first few after this and you'll see why. The exception to this though is my third episode, but not even the entire episode, just the South Park Rally portion. So far, this is the only game that I have reviewed that I feel like I did a disservice to. Like, what I said wasn't fully justified and wasn't right to say. After rewatching it, more or less I feel like I was imitating the internet's reaction to Rally rather than giving my own opinions in a proper look. Now, that's not to say everything I said about it I don't stand behind. I do appreciate that it was trying to do its own thing from other kart racers at the time, such as it having more non-linear level design and they actually try to do different kind of races. And it still boggles my mind that this game had cryptic unlockables like losing the Thanksgiving race with collecting no turkeys. Again, who the fuck is ever gonna figure that out on their own? But things I talked about, like the controls. Sure, the idea of having to brake every time you want to make a sharp turn is weird, but when you really think about the level design and all the branching paths on these maps, it makes a lot more sense to do that. Plus, once you have it figured out, driving in this game is a breeze. I then talked about how I did appreciate a bit of variety in races, but then I immediately slammed it for reusing the different race rules with just minor changes. And personally, I feel that wasn't justified since the entire game could have been the checkpoint system. If I should have been criticizing anything when it comes to lack of variety, it should have been the lack of maps. Excluding a football field for Ass Battle, there's only 7 locations. That's really pathetic when you think about it. But then you remember the maps are non-linear and outside of story mode, this game makes the most out of them since once you do unlock all the races and maps, you do get the option to mix and match them where you could be playing the Cow Day race in the forest, or Rally Days 1 in the Big Gay Owl level. But then the game takes it a step further and allows you the option to randomize where the checkpoints are, allowing for more customization and options. No 2 races that aren't item collecting races will ever feel the same. That's really awesome when you think about it. Lastly, I want to talk about the multiplayer. I originally made fun of it and said something like, sure, there's multiplayer, but who the hell are you going to get to play this with you? You aren't going to. Your friends are going to laugh at you for even suggesting it. And in a way, it is true. If you have friends over and you're all wanting to play an N64 kart racer, well, what are the chances of actually convincing them to play South Park Rally over something like Mario Kart 64 or Diddy Kong Racing? Your chances of doing that are very slim, but if they are open-minded and willing to give it a shot, and as long as you have everything unlocked, it can be a fun time thanks to the variety and customization it provides. Simply put, out of all the kart racers of the era, South Park Rally isn't as good as Mario Kart 64, Diddy Kong Racing, or Crash Team Racing, but if you're a fan of kart racers in South Park, it's unique enough for it not to be overlooked, at least for multiplayer. Single player can be pretty forgettable, but really, this game isn't as bad as I and other people have made it out to be. There is fun to be had with this game if played with friends.